Helen Clark is, of course, a former Prime Minister and also a former administrator of the United Nations Development Programme. She's been in Rafah this month and joins me from Melbourne. Kia ora. First up, what is your reaction to these latest strikes in Gaza, which have killed 5 more journalists?
Devastating strikes, strikes on a hospital, journalists killed, more journalists killed in the Gaza conflict than anywhere else ever recorded, I understand, in this time span. So it really is a shocking set of news every day now.
And you, of course, went there recently to the Gaza border. Since that time, a famine has been officially declared in Gaza City. Will that declaration change anything?
I think that the world's eyes are now fully opened to the severity of the situation in Gaza. About a quarter of its population are in the areas where the international system has declared famine to exist. That's also the very area, Gaza City, where the Israeli Defense Force is mounting an assault to reoccupy it entirely. So here's a famine-stricken population told to leave or in effect face death by bombardment. People are starving to death. I think the world is outraged, but at this point, that is not stopping the killing, and this is reprehensible.
What was it like being on that border, seeing those trucks being turned away, still filled with supplies?
I found standing at the closed crossing quite chilling and somewhat eerie because there was no foot traffic or vehicle traffic going through it. And on the other side of that border gate, you were so conscious that there were people in huge need. We did see trucks trying to go along another corridor to a crossing some distance along, but then you saw them coming out fully laden because they were not permitted to discharge their cargo. And looking at those trucks and talking to the drivers, they had variously food on board, medical supplies on board. So it is unconscionable that the food that is desperately needed by suffering people is being turned away.
I know a lot of people and a lot of Kiwis feel helpless in this situation. As long as the US and more specifically Donald Trump continue to support Israel, is there anything the rest of the world can do to stop the war?
I think the rest of the world can hold hands in calling on those with the power to stop this, to stop it. I have not given up hope that the President of the United States may intervene decisively. He has been seen to be active in attempting to resolve other conflicts. Obviously, Ukraine, not so easy, but it's getting a lot of attention. He's brought the leaders of Armenia and Azerbaijan together in recent weeks to sign a peace deal. That had been elusive for decades. He's endeavoured to mediate between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo. This conflict desperately needs Donald Trump's attention because the US, above all, has the power to stop it. And so all the voices, whether it's little New Zealand or slightly bigger Australia or the United Kingdom, France, Germany, everyone's voices are needed to say this must stop.